Bonjour à tous. I wish I could be one of those inspiring women on YouTube, building an off-grid cottage in the middle of the woods and living a simple, secluded life, growing plants, creating art while embracing the seasons. But I am not there yet. I got a long way to go before I can afford living in such a way. I hope you don't hear whimpers in my words. I am simply attempting to be real, to be honest in a sick and superficial world. I refuse to pretend. How could I show you a dreamy and peaceful life without ever mentioning money? I rather speak the truth and tell you the tremendous amount of money needed to build this lifestyle. I too must climb the ladder, beginning from the bottom.
My name is 𝐼𝐮𝐬𝐢. I'm about to turn 27 years old. I'm self-employed. 2 of my videos went viral and they got me over €1,000 on my bank accounts. But I still can't afford a home and I feel a little lost in my life these days.
I'm trying. I'm making every effort to convince myself, forcing this inner talk to rule my mind. My situation is a teaching experience. It is a needed time in order to learn more about myself. A sacrifice to reach financial freedom. I keep on persuading myself I'm at peace with this financial and homeless situation. There's nothing wrong in depending on others for a wee while. My anxious heart fails at this self-persuasion. My trembling voice is holding back from telling you
How much I want to run away. Just jump in my car and leave it all behind.
and to scream. I just want to hit and kick all the suffering I see in this world. I'm tired of having to fit into society's boxes. My soul implores my brain to run. It says, run. My heart yells at my body, why do you keep on pulling on the rope? You ignorant human body. Tell me when. When are you gonna stop and listen to what I, your heart, need? Each day feels like I'm torn between my ego and soul. I got a question for you, free spirits. Do they get along, your ego and soul? I learned to recognize these moments when my ego shows up and asks me to do and say things just to show my worth to others. When in fact, I simply don't love myself enough. It simply is my mind, my subconscious trying to get people to love me. For many years, I used to train my body and lift weights for at least 2 hours a day. I didn't want to admit it at the time, yet my ego was very big. I so much needed to show others how strong I was, how ripped I looked, how invincible I was. For me, it was all about proving my power to people. But maybe your ego talks loudly in a different way. Perhaps you're workaholic. Maybe you always need to share how much you accomplished, how much you know. Or it could be that you never ask for help and want to do everything by yourself at all times. You exist, therefore I exist. That is how the ego is born. You built your ego as a child to distinguish yourself from others, to be an autonomous individual. The ego is part of me, of you. However, it is not who you deeply are. The ego is your self-image, your social mask, the role you play each day. A notion that makes us feel good about ourselves. Gandhi said, "When the ego dies, the soul awakes." Then what if I listened to that whispering voice in my mind? What if I paid attention to my gut and told my logic to fuck right off? What if I ran away and left this place where I'm hosted? To follow my raw, wild, brainless instinct. Despite the meager money in my pockets, despite the welfare of this place, regardless of what people might think. In olden times, each time I decided to listen to my soul, I grew far more than I could have ever imagined. Oh, and I remember also the amount of doubt and fear seizing my being when making this very move. Who am I to do that? Why can't I be and do like everyone else? Working a normal job to pay the bills. Getting married and have kids to fill my wounded heart. Well, I am not like everyone else. You are not like everyone else. Humans are in essence creative beings. We are mystical creatures bearing limitless souls. Were you not a child once? You, superhero, chasing butterflies, building hidden sheds, playing with imaginary friends, painting with your hands, writing your secrets, talking to the wind.
When did you stop being you?
Raised in constant limitations, educated by our parents' beliefs, their pain and fears giving birth to ours. What are we to do now? Now that we lost faith in our abilities, now that we can't escape the rat race, now that we got older and weaker. The ball attached to your feet might get heavier each day, mais crois-moi, cher ami, you can still find the key to unlock, to let go of these chains, to break free, so you can, in spite of all, create the life you dream about. You can decide to be whoever you want to be. Au diable les gens. No matter how much of what you build must collapse, no matter how scary it might be, your soul awaits. Let it drive you to the unknown. I want to remind you that you are not a victim, that you do not need to
find yourself, all you gotta do is to create yourself, to reinvent yourself as often as you want. Trust in your capacity to be whoever you decide to be. Yourself is so rare and unique. There is room for all of us here to bloom and flourish in our very own way. So tell me, brave soul, who are you when no one is watching? What lights you up?